In this video you will learn about Ansible Facts. Ansible Facts are system variables that contain information about the managed system. And each playbook starts with an implicit task to gather facts unless you specifically disable that. To use fact gathering from an ad hoc command, that's also possible, you use a setup module. And additional modules for fact gathering are available, like package facts. These additional modules allow you to gather facts for no matter which assets you are managing with Ansible. If you want to disable fact gathering, use gather facts no in the play header. And that might be interesting because gathering facts takes time. And if you don't want to wait the time to gather facts that you are not going to use anyway, just disable them. We are going to have a look at gatherfacts.yaml to see how it is working. Let me demonstrate. So I would like to start with Ansible on Ansible 1 -m setup. And let me redirect that to Ansible 1 facts.txt. So this is how we manually gather facts. And I want to write that to a text file. As you can see, it takes a little while, so that the next time we are referring to these facts, we can easily get them from the text file. So there we go, we have this Ansible 1 facts.txt. And here we can see the Ansible facts. So Ansible 1, that is the hostname. And there you can see that all the facts are stored in one big variable with the name Ansible Facts. Within that variable, we have the second tier variables like Ansible all IPv4 address, and these variables have their own value. And if you look through them, then you can see that the facts are really categorized in different variables, like here Ansible default IPv4, which contains all the information about IP addresses, or Ansible devices, which contains information about the block devices that you are using. And the nice thing about all these facts is that these facts are variables, and again you can use these facts in conditionals. And that's exactly what we are going to do later. Now let's have a look at the gather facts playbook. So if you have a look at that, then you can see that it's a really simple playbook where nothing really is happening. And that is because fact gathering, if it is not disabled, is implicit. So I don't have to run the setup module or anything. That is only something that you do if you want to manually gather facts. I am just using the debug module, and using the debug module we print the value of the variable Ansible facts. Let's run it. We can ignore the message about the tower host, which is not currently up and running. It's not really important. The important thing is what we see here, which is basically the same thing as what we have just seen. These again are all these Ansible facts. And we need to scroll up a little bit in order to see the difference with the setup module that we've used before. If you look closely, here we have the Ansible 2 host. You can see that it's still Ansible facts, and it has variables like all underscore IPv4 underscore addresses and all IPv6 addresses and Ansible local and AppArmor and architecture. And if you compare that to the output of the setup module, then you can see that in the setup module, that we show you again, in the setup module output, we have a slightly different approach. And that is where all these tier 2 variables have Ansible underscore in front of them. Something strange is going on here. In fact, the setup module is still compatible with the old approach, whereas the fact gathering is showing you the new approach. What exactly is the difference between the old approach and the new approach? Well, before Ansible version 2.5, and we are talking about the year 2019 or 2018, something like that. Facts were not stored in one big variable Ansible facts. They were just stored in the variable Ansible all IPv4 addresses. Then in Ansible 2.5 they decided to put everything in one variable Ansible underscore facts and to drop the name, the prefix Ansible underscore. Now the thing is that the setup module is still printing this prefix, and if you use fact gathering, you don't see that prefix. And that prefix actually makes a sense in the different ways how you can refer to your variables and facts. That is what I'm going to explain in the next video because it's a little bit confusing.